for 12, and I'd love to kick off with this one. And it's Saturday's Daily Mail. Could Vincent van Gogh have actually kept his ears?
Yeah, turns out, who'd have thought? This is bad news. The story is tortured artists making their best work is a myth. That actually, you don't have to be a tortured artist to be producing, which means my career needs a rethink. It's, you know, I thought my depression was helping, but it's just a waste of my own time, which, if anything, makes me more depressed. Cutting off his ear might not have helped Van Gogh. I mean, certainly didn't help him wear his glasses. Maybe he would have been a bit sharper with some of that painting.
I agree. I mean, inaccurate is a polite word.
Yeah.
He never listened to me. He never listened to me. You know, and that thing, there are other artists, like Monet, lived till he was 87 and was incredibly content living in the same town for a very long time. Lovely marriages, lovely wives. The most productive of all the Impressionist artists.
Hundreds of paintings.
But I think it's really easy to understand why we have this trope. It's a fun trope.
Yeah.
So you've got your two painters, one who has a great life, no one's talking about him, but the one who slices the ear off, there's a story. So it spreads as this, the idea, this concept. It doesn't have to be based in reality, because the more exciting story is going to win.
It is true.
Romantic. I mean, it's romantic.
Well, yeah, you're right, it is romantic. And people stopped listening to Monet when he was still alive. And when he painted the rooms in Paris for that museum, no one went to the opening. His son organized it after he died. People weren't interested. It took about another 30 years for Monet to be rediscovered.
Well, after dying?
Yes, because then people weren't so concerned about his happy life. And people do ask me as a comic all the time, comics suffer, right? You're miserable. Is that right? That's why you're funny? That's your self-defense mechanism. And some are miserable, but it's not a necessity. And when I first started as a comedian in San Francisco, it was in an LGBTIQ plus vegan restaurant/cafe that I started. Shall I say that again, or are you already?
Very well.
But it was a very supportive atmosphere, I was saying. And through that supportive atmosphere, a lot of comedians kind of crawled out from under and within the woodwork from under rocks, because they felt there was a place where they could do what they wanted to do. Artists need to be supported, actually. It's the opposite, really, of what that Van Gogh story talks about.
I mean, and the research says that the opposite is true, that actually they look at the personality types. You can analyse personality types using the big five: ocean, openness. I'm not going to list them all, it's boring. But the neurotic side of it, that actually, if you are feeling more positive, you produce better work. So it's not true that you need to be in an ear-slicing mood to do your best stuff. So if anything, my misery is just value added. It's extra.
Well, we all enjoy it. Don't change a thing. And by the way, your wife's just left you. Now.